Hi, I'm Javi Sosa. I'm an executive recruiter. We work with lower middle market private equity firms, recruiting executives for their portfolio companies. And one of the biggest obstacles or challenges that we have to delivering at a high level in an efficient way is converting our notes from candidate interviews to the output to the deliverable we want for clients. When we're working on these searches, we want to have a very clear mapping. Here are all the things that you're looking for, and here's how this candidate aligns to that. And so to get it into that format from an hour interview with a candidate can take a very long time. It can take an hour, 90 minutes to convert those notes into the format that we want, that we see as most effective for presenting candidates. I'm asking the questions, I'm digging and understanding exactly what their experiences were, but then to actually be able to convert that, to be able to convey that to the client, it's double the work or the same amount of time given the tediousness of converting the notes into the format for presentation. I can be doing 3 to 4 interviews per day. I'm not necessarily presenting all of those candidates. I could be in a search presenting up to 15 candidates. But for me, it's not the volume, it's the timing. So as soon as I talk to a great candidate, I would love to get that in front of the client as soon as possible. Instead, I'm trying to see, okay, where in my calendar is there going to be the hour, the 90 minutes to be able to convert these notes, to turn it around, to get it on time to the client. I would love to be able to just quickly turn it around and say, look at this great candidate I spoke to. Let's get them on your calendar. Instead, I'm waiting to the end of the week. I'm not able to give that real-time information to clients that I would love to be able to.
This is going to be AI Studio from Google. This isn't Gemini or anything. This is their big shebang. It's very sketchy, I find. It's data, but it works. It does the best job of anything. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go, not my drive. I don't want my drive. I'm going to grab the file that you talked about from upload a file. There's Connie. So that's uploading. And I've written a prompt for you that I will attach to an email and send to you. Where did it go? This is a pretty simple prompt. I'm just saying that I'm giving it, you give it the role, AI transcription summarization agent, and then you're going to do a 2-person job interview between Javi, which is you, and the candidate. And the candidate's name, typically the same as the MP3 file. Okay. So you're telling it to transcribe, you're just giving it some instructions. Don't give me a whole transcription, just give me the gist of it. And then down here, these are the questions. So these are what you're trying to ask, what she said you wanted. And I told it to give you like a bullet point summarization, not the whole thing. I'm going to copy this prompt from here, going to paste it, I'm going to run it. Now it's going to think. Okay, here you go. The formatting is a little wonky, but this is what you want, right? It's just got all the basics, shits it out. This is it for you. That's that.
If this were something that was a process that were being done repeatedly and had the same process involved every time it was run, my next step would be to build an automation of this. That would be a system where things happen on a timer or a trigger that the client would use, and then it would process the same way every time. But because there's less steps to it, you upload your audio recording and then you use the prompt and it's just with one interface. This one is good for just having a little tutorial, a little bit of testing, and then you can go off and use it.
This has been
So a more involved process that would be better for automation might involve creating a PowerPoint presentation of all of the candidates automatically based on the interviews, just skipping the whole rereading step, or might be creating a comparison table so that you can look at all the different attributes of the different candidates side by side to make a better selection. But this project didn't involve that. It was actually pretty straightforward. So we stayed away from automation and left the users with the freedom to modify it as needed.
incredibly useful to be able to go from a recording of the interview, an hour long, directly to the exact output that I want, mapping the questions, mapping the selection criteria for the candidate to exactly how I want it to look for the client is incredible. That I'm able to do that in minutes versus an hour or more. And now when I interview a candidate, I'm not stressed. When am I going to be able to convert these notes? When am I actually going to be able to get this in front of a client? I know that I can turn that around. The note portion of this, I can turn it around in minutes, have the exact layout and information that I'm looking for because of the solution that was provided. Yeah, within our firm, we're a small firm, we're 9 people. And so I initially experimented with this. I think the solution that was presented was in a way that we can make tweaks here or there in a very easy way to continue making it custom for what we're looking for. And so I've rolled it out for myself first, and then have been working with other recruiters on our team to be able to use the solution as well for their recruiting as well.